Please stand for the pledges. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now the Texas flag. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. You may be seated.
First, we have our red ribbon message.
Yeah, Steve and Eric, they had dreams. They were good athletes. They loved the outdoors. They loved the ocean, and they were smart. You know, they were loving life when we were growing up. They were just on a good path, you know, just really enjoying life. And they got sidetracked. They listened to some friends that turned out not to be very good friends, and they got them into drugs. And they thought drugs were cool. They thought drugs would lead to something that they didn't have. They thought they'd try to fit in and you know, kick it up a notch by doing drugs.
I remember running up my grandma's driveway to see him, and he would always be coming up from the garage, and he would greet me with a big hug, and I just remember how much I loved him.
Yeah, in high school, when Steve got addicted, you know, he thought he could experiment and get away with it, and he got addicted, and I knew this was going to be a rough road. I remember seeing Steve when he came home, and he just looked like a ghost. He was a big boy. He, you know, he was 200 pounds, 6'3", and to see him at 83 pounds, you know, it was like slowly watching my brother die. To see both my brothers addicted on drugs was just heavy. We came from having a normal family to just being out of control. You know, I didn't see him very much. They wouldn't come home for dinner. It was just all of a sudden the three musketeers we used to call ourselves wasn't the same. I remember sitting down with Steven and telling him if he didn't stop, he was going to die.
He had seizures and was lying on the floor. And then I knew that this addiction would kill him.
I got a call in the middle of the night by a sheriff.
I remember the day that he was gone. I was running up the stairs to see him, and he didn't come up from the garage.
He was alone and got some more cocaine, and his heart couldn't take any more of it. He collapsed.
Fell to my knees and started crying. I couldn't believe that my little brother was gone. Just couldn't believe it.
I looked at my grandma, and she had her face in her hands, and he was gone. I was mad. I was angry, and mostly at him. You know, I was mad that he had left me for drugs, basically.
Steven left behind a little girl. Steven left behind a 5-year-old girl. I mean, drugs were so powerful, his daughter was more important to him than anything.
The drugs overpowered his love for me.
Eric, you know, he started smoking pot, which is a gateway drug, and it led to worse drugs. And he ended up taking some pretty strong drugs, and he ended up getting a full-blown depression, and he couldn't think straight. And Eric spent 8 years in a mental institution. Drugs changed Eric forever, and he was never the same. And when he got out, the poor young man was half the person he was when he went in, and couldn't pull it together. My name is John Sant. I'm from La Jolla, California, and the reason I produced this video and started the Natural High series is I lost my 2 little brothers to drugs. My motivation for this video is to teach every kid to get a natural high and choose a natural high over drugs.
Now back to announcements.
Tomorrow's dress up day is wear your team jerseys.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes will be hosting their weekly Bible study today at lunch. Grab your lunch and a friend and come down to Coach Prescott's room.
Your attention, please. The following students need to report to Mrs. Rainwater's room during your lunchtime. If you will need a school lunch from the cafeteria, click on the link on the menu page on the Hico ISD website.
If you're a normal teenage kid, then you've probably procrastinated or put something off. So let's go and see what the students of Hico ISD are currently procrastinating. Let's go. You need to come with me.
I'm Keely Powell. I'm a sophomore, and something that I'm currently putting off is folding my clothes.
I'm Annie Mullen. I'm a junior, and I'm currently procrastinating a lot of schoolwork and putting up my clothes.
My name is Grayson McKee. I'm in 7th grade, and something I'm probably procrastinating right now is sleep.
Hola, me llamo Cade. I am a sophomore, and I'm currently procrastinating my Membean and semester project for history.
All principals of manufacturing and robotics students who are going on the St. Gobain tour will meet outside the high school office at the end of lunch. We will be back before school is over.
Junior high UIL, math will meet during Tiger Time. High school calculator will meet tomorrow during Tiger Time. Email Coach Beasley so she knows you'll be there.
If you are doing dictionary skills for UIL, please check your email. There are 5 of you that need to come by today or tomorrow during enrichment or Tiger Time to take the virtual meet test.
The Hico Rocket Team will be meeting this Friday after school until 4:45. We will be coming up with our rocket ideas. What are we going to launch this year? Let's meet in Mr. Cepeda's room after school and find out.
Congratulations to the competitors in the High School Academic Virtual Challenge Meet. The Lit Crit team placed 22nd overall, 3rd in 2A. Individually, Leilani Quintana was 3rd, Cami D was 18th, and Kaysen Tipper was 24th. The current events team of Kaysen Tipper, German Aponte, and Hudson Skaggs placed 14th. Individually, Kaysen Tipper was 2nd in 2A. And in copy editing, Kaysen Tipper placed 15th.
This week's announcements brought to you by Vicky and Keely.